Epa chamos, welcome to a new video. From now on, I will be creating English content as a test to reach more people. So if you are one of my Spanish speaking followers, please let me know in the comments if you like English content as well or you don't. So last weekend I played a tournament online. It was hosted by Con Cards and it was Justice Hunters format. So I took this opportunity to test against the new decks and actually I did better than I expected. I finished 11th place with 6 wins and 2 losses and then I lost in top 16. So I will take my replays from this tournament to start a series of videos analyzing the games, looking for misplays, telling you how it could have been played better, and giving you insight about this upcoming format. Uh, some of my friends and no players will be helping with these videos, like John Guerrero, Francisco Osorio. So without further explanation, let's check the first replay. This replay is the first round of the Con tournament. I think this one was against Jimmy, yeah. So I lost the rock paper shoe. He starts with the engage into drones. I tried Fuwalos here, so he thinks that maybe I have troll and he doesn't call by the Fuwa and thinking of draw and the Fuwa resolves, but he calls by and keeps playing. I'm not sure if starting with the engage was the right play because he had Copsy, so I think it was better for him to start normal summon Copsy at in case I actually had troll, even though he had called by. Then he goes for the link one, places the field spell, and after that he could have gone into engage for hornet drones, drones for token, and continue playing. So I think that was a mistake on his part. And it was for the synchro, Copsy adds, discards the useless Purulia, special summons Copsy. I'm gonna read over the new cards in case anyone hasn't read them. So Copsy and all the Yummy main monsters, they can special summon from hand if you have a link 1 monster or a level 2 synchro. And then they all have 2 different effects when they are summoned and when they are summoned by a synchro monster's effect. Copsy is the searcher. Copsy, if this card is special summon or normal summon, you can add 1 Yummy card except for itself from the deck to the hand. Or if it was special summoned by a synchro monster's effect, you can draw 1 card instead. Then the Lollipop, this one, if it was normal special summon, you can target 1 card in your opponent's graveyard, shuffle it into the deck, or if it was summoned with a synchro monster's effect, you can banish it instead. And then Cookie, when it's summoned, it targets a face of monster your opponent controls, it loses 1000 attack, or if it was special summoned by a synchro monster's effect, it destroys the monster instead. Those are the main monsters. Then we have the Link. It requires a level 4 or lower like this monster. If this card is special summoned, you can place 1 Yumi field from hand or deck on your field zone, and it locks you from going into Link 3 or higher Link monsters for the rest of the turn. Then it has a quick effect once per chain during the main phase or the opponent's battle phase. You can pay 100 life points immediately after this effect resolves, synchro summon 1 synchro monster using monsters you control as material, including a Yumi monster. Okay, and then we have Yumi Surprise, which is the quick play spell. It has 3 different effects. You can only activate one of those effects per turn. You can only use each effect. You can only use each effect. So if you have multiple copies of Yumi Surprise, you can activate all of them, but using different effects. So the first one is target two light beast monsters and two cards your opponent controls and bounce them to the hand. The second one is to special summon one Yumi monster from the hand or graveyard, but it cannot attack directly this turn. And the last one is to return a field spell from your face-up field or graveyard to the hand, then replace it with another Yumi field spell from the hand. That's it. And then we have the synchros. The first one is Copsy, which is a searcher as well as the main Copsy. All the synchros share the effect that allows you to synchro summon them, treating a Link 1 monster as a level 1 tuner. So this one, if this card is synchro summoned, you can add two Yumi monsters from your deck to your hand, then discard one card. And all of them share the effect of when your opponent activates a card or effect, you can return this card to the extra deck as cost and special summon two Yomi monsters from the graveyard. And it doesn't target the monsters you're going to summon. So he continue playing. The field spell, this one, all Yomi monsters you control gain 500 attack for each like this monster on the field. Then once per turn, you can only use the following effects once per turn. If you control a Link 1 monster, you can target one level 1 Yami monster in the graveyard, special summon it. And the other one, if this card is in your graveyard, you can target two Yami monsters in your grave or banishment, place them and discard on the bottom of the deck. So the fields share the graveyard effect. They recycle Yamis from graveyard or banishment to put the fields back into the deck. Okay, so he uses the field effect. Here comes the second synchro. This is Lollipop. This one, when it's synchro summoned, if this card is synchro summoned, you can special summon two Yomi monsters from the graveyard but negate their effects. It's basically a free synchro summon and gives you two more bodies. Brings back the Link and the Cookie. Goes into Metal Marcher because all the level 2 synchros are tuners. So Metal Marcher summons back Lollipop, then Metal Marcher, which is a tuner, and Copsy into Herald. Special summon Lollipop from him. Goes into the Star Jump. This is new from Duelist Advance. If this card is synchro summoned, you can discard one card, special summon one monster from your graveyard that was used as material for this card's synchro summon. And if you do, it is treated as a tuner. Then if this card is in your graveyard, you can discard two cards to special summon it, but banish it when it leaves the field. So it brings back one of the monsters as a tuner, and then he can go for the second Herald of the Arclight. Sets one, the surprise pass. So my hand's not that good, but I'm gonna try to rake the board. So I kaiju the Copsy, so he doesn't have a way to bring more bodies and start synchro summoning on my turn, even though he has Yomi Surprise, so he can bring back any of the Yomi monsters from the graveyard at some point, and then synchro summon with the Link. But actually, never mind. I think he cannot use the Link's effect because it was summoned with Lollipop, so its effects are negated. So I think this is another misplay on his side. He should have summoned one of the other Yummies and bring a new Link one from the extra deck, which would not be negated. So anyways, I didn't realize that, and maybe it's going to come up, but he just negates both reinforcement and racing. I bounce it to save it from destruction and attack it, and I don't have any more plays, just link here. uh, I try to activate my effects before he summons his synchro, so he doesn't get a chance to bounce the synchro and bring more bodies. So that's what we're going to do now. He tries to search, but it's only when it's synchro summon. Draws into Lollipop, goes into battle phase for some reason. I'm not activating anything because I don't want him to bounce and summon more monsters. So I think he doesn't know his deck very well, because he could have go for Link 1 here, then Link 1 to replace the field spell, then field spell to return the synchros to the extra deck, so he could summon them again. Then Lollipop special summon because he would have a Link 1, summon into Copsy, add 2, discard 1. Well, I would have ashed that, but anyways, I think it was the right play for him. He just passes and doesn't do anything. I draw Nuts with the Holy. Summon Raisin effect. He tags out. Brings Copsy and Snatchy. I grab Caesar. He's going to replace the field and draw 1 because Copsy was summoned with a Synchro Monsters effect. Draws into Obedience. Then I go Caesar because I want to non-target destroy something, so he has to synchro and waste everything, and then I can continue playing with the Holy Suit. He brings the Cookie, which when it's synchro summoned, if this card is synchro summoned, you can target up to 2 face-up monsters on the field and change them to face-down defense position, which I don't think is right because he knows I have Burger, so I can just bounce the target. So on summon, I don't have any triggers, he has a trigger. Then I chain Caesar to pop something. He chains to bounce. I chain Burger, I think. Yeah, I chain Burger. So it doesn't Book of Moon my Caesar. And then I pop Cookie, so the Cookie doesn't trigger the effect to destroy Burger. He has an effect here. This field has an effect that if a face-up monster you control leaves the field by an opponent's card effect, except during the damage step, you can special summon 1 Yuumi monster from your deck. So I destroyed Cookie because I had Ash, so I knew if he triggered the field I could Ash it, and then he doesn't have any more plays in my turn. So anyways, he missed the field's effect, so I can just save my Ash for later. Add back Burger because I need the Dark for Holy Su. Then go Holy Su, revealing Grayson, and Holy Su to summon from deck. Take Mad Love to add field, target Mad Love, add Jalon, then Mad Love to bounce the Kaiju back to my hand, then Jalon to special summon, and at this point the game is over. So I think he misplayed a lot, so he could have won, but he didn't. So Reaper, let's read over the Canine cards, which are the new from Justice Hunters. So Reaper, it requires 2 level 5 monsters. You can detach 1 seed material from this card, add 1 Canine card from your deck to your hand. Then, if your opponent activated a monster effect this turn, you can set 1 Canine quick play spell from your deck or graveyard. And when your opponent activates a monster effect in the hand or graveyard, quick effect, you can detach 1 seed material from this card to negate the effect. That's it. So I add Jokul with Reaper, then Jokul effect. It can be normal summoned if the opponent has 2 or more cards in their hand, or you can reveal this card and 1 other level 5 monster in your hand, special summon both, but they cannot be used as material for the exit summon of a light monster. And on the field, during the main phase, you can add one non-aqua canine monster from your deck to your hand. I use the effect and grab Lantern, which is Pyro, and it shares the effect that it can be normal summoned if the opponent has 2 or more cards in their hand. And the other effect is, if this card is in your hand, you can target one non-Pyro level 5 K9 monster in the graveyard, special summon both it and this card. But they cannot be used as material for the exit summon of a light monster. It's the same restriction, and then on the field, this is a searcher for K9 spells or traps. Overlaying to Nash. I would have OTK'd him this turn, so he scoops. Next game. So he starts with the Lollipop. I immediately go for Holy Shoe, trying to pop his Lollipop so he doesn't go into the Link 1. I think this game is going to be easy because of his hand. He only has one sender, and I can pop it later with Caesar. So Raisin to add Caesar. This is the most common play you're gonna see with a Holy Shoe starting hand if we have the right attributes with Fire and Dark. You bring Raisin, pop something, grab Caesar, then summons back, then Caesar before he goes into the Link. Caesar to add back the Holy Shoe and summon it. So Holy Shoe is the earth that I need to the Caesar destroying effect. Destroy it, and he doesn't have any more plays. Those 2 draws are not going to do anything against my hand, and I draw Shifter, which is not necessary now, but it was still in the game anyways. And that's it for this game. I think he made a lot of misplays game 1. There was nothing he could do game 2. Oh, actually, he could have used Dominus Purge to negate the Raisin and prevent me from grabbing the Caesar. That's something he could have done, and I wouldn't have a way to pop the Lollipop when he summons back. And Lollipop alone is full combo. Even so, I had the Ash, so I could have Ash the Copsy Synchro, and he didn't have more ways to extend. But yeah, he definitely had to purge the Raisin. And that's it for this replay. So I hope you guys like this video. Please share it with people that you think this video might be of their interest. Shout out to my sponsors, and see you on the next one.